is Donald Sear. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Chicago History Museum. We're really excited today. I'd like to welcome Pete Kastanes and his family and his friends for the presentation of the Citizen Historian Award. Thank you for being here today. Again, this is incredible. The award is special because it really reflects our mission here at the museum, which is to serve as a place of learning, inspiration, and civic engagement, connecting people to Chicago's history and each other. And Pete, you're the epitome of connecting people to history, particularly Chicago's history and each other. So we can start with a round of applause right now. There we Because you are a champion for the value of history and the fact that it does connect people to Chicago's history and each other, we are very proud to be giving you this award today. We can't think of a more deserving citizen than yourself. And to tell you more about the award, I'd like to introduce my board chair and friend Warren Chapman, who's going to come up and talk a little bit more about what the award means. Thanks, Warren. Thank you all.
Well, good afternoon again, everyone. Thank you for coming out on this sort of typical Chicago winter day. If there is a typical Chicago winter day, we pay to be here on these days. So, Pete, it's really an honor both to meet you in person after seeing your online presence for some time. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the award that we're giving you today. It's a newly created award that is designed to be granted at the discretion of the board chair and the president and CEO of the Chicago History Museum to recognize individuals who have made a significant difference in promoting Chicago and its history. And by helping, it honors individuals who help people understand our city's history in a way that helps get them to feel more connected, both to the city and each other. The examples of people who have done this include Vivian Myers, whose photographs capture real everyday life of people in a new way, and Studs Truckle, who cared about the lives of all Chicagoans and helped tell their stories and add to the historical record of our city. The inscription on the award reads, "For exceptional contributions to research, writing, and promoting Chicago's history, embracing the society's mission of encouraging learning and inspiration, connecting people to Chicago and each other." Pete, you've done this in many ways, and I want to just give you a sense of my connection of how I think you've done it to me by throwing a couple of ideas that you have talked about on your Facebook and in your blog. So let me just throw some vantage places out there to you. Venture stores, Drury Lane, and the Martinique restaurant, Crocs and Britannicos, Garfield Goose, Henry's Burgers, loved them, Rose Records, and one that just caught me totally by surprise, I didn't think anyone else liked it, Salerno Butter Cookies. All right, yeah, there you go. Should have mentioned the cookies first. So Pete, all those things I think we share in common in the sense of advantage, but by just bringing up the names, it sort of remembers us. So there's those connections there too, and also your love for Chicago and all of our loves for Chicago. But Pete also, I couldn't help by reading your online conversation about your health, and I just want to tell you, I also am a cancer survivor. So thinking of you in those terms of 3 levels of connections that we have, and there's probably more, I want to say congratulations to you for this award. And now I'd like to bring up Michael Anderson. who's head of our development.
Thanks, Warren. It's nice to be with you all today to honor someone that we all have just met or have known for a long time. I get the honor of being able to tell you a little bit about the accomplishments or the things that Pete has done, although I'm sure most of you are already aware of those. I want to just acknowledge that Pete is a lifelong Chicagoan, right? Has lived here and is deserving of this recognition in many ways. He grew up on Chicago's South Side and attended Bogan High School, later DeVry Institute, and is a lifelong resident. 10 years ago, Pete created a social media forum called Vanished Chicagoland. His work includes an Instagram site, a YouTube blog, and the Vanished Chicagoland Facebook group. Vanished Chicagoland is a forum that encourages members to post historic photos and memories of things they remember about Chicago that have been lost. It is a forum for people to talk about family, neighborhoods, traditions, businesses, and buildings that were once a part of Chicago in their lives. As the forum has grown, Pete has taken on the responsibility of the site administrator, ensuring that members of the group adhere to the highest level of respect for others when sharing on the site, and has enforced strict guidelines to ensure thousands of posts and comments that are constructive and thoughtful, which is really important in this day and age of social media. Pete's Vanished Chicagoland Facebook group has been more than just a hobby for him. As of this week alone, his site has 239,500 followers. That's pretty incredible for someone that has a Facebook site. This is an incredible accomplishment. And it speaks to Pete's dedication and love of sharing Chicago history. Something else that is extraordinary about Pete is that he has courageously shared his diagnosis of prostate cancer online and has recently started chemotherapy. And so he's personally shared his story and let other people be there to support him. We, along with thousands of Vanished Chicagoland followers, pray for his ongoing healing and recovery and cheer on his bravery. And with that, I'd like to ask Pete Kastanes to come up and accept this award from the Chicago History Museum by Warren Chapman, who's our board chair, and Donald Sear, president and CEO.
Okay. The last time I did public speaking was at Daly College. I flunked that. That was a mess. So I just can't believe that I'm here and accepting an award. You know, I never won anything in my life, and I'm very grateful and honored and touched. You know, what started, it's roughly about 13 years ago, I created a page. It was first called Chicago Extinct Businesses. I changed the name in 2019, and then like a couple of years later, a young man from a local newspaper contacted me and said, I would like to do an interview about your page. And I said, sure. So he called, and then he recorded it, and then posted on social media, and then the rest was history. I was on my way, and like my page grew like 32,000 likes in one day. It was like, it just blew up. And then every day I just post things from Chicago's past. Some of the more popular ones, you know, like mentioned some other butter cookies or other cookies. And then the most popular one is Riverview Park. Every time I post Riverview, it just goes nuts. It's just, because people miss that park. They really do. You know, about 5 years ago, I was almost 6. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and when it hit me like a rock. You know, just devastated me, and I thought of quitting. And after 5 minutes of thinking, I said, no, I can't do it. I can't let my followers down. So I decided to fight, and I'm still fighting. And hopefully I will get better. And the one that made me keep going most of the time is my mother. She gave me courage and some encouragement, even though at first she didn't know what I was doing, but I had to explain to her like that. But my family is 100% behind me. So, and I will continue to entertain, make everyone happy, because that's what I'm here for. We don't need drama like today. Life's too short. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to see things that what made us happy. When we were growing up, like our favorite store, our favorite restaurant, our favorite bakery, like Dressel's, Burger Brothers. So, and I've got a lot of support and congratulations from people, everyday people in media that love what I do. They really do. So, last, I'm going to say that I really accept this award, and then I'm very blessed that my family and followers, supported me, and I really need it. So thank you very much, everyone, and for coming, and thank you for this wonderful award, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for being here. We're going to take some photographs now, so for the family and just some other photographs with Pete, if you'd like to come up to the front. But we'll just kind of have a reception and just visit and get a chance to talk to Pete and those of us here at the museum. Thank you so much for being here.